Today we're at Unwind Yarn, located in Lee's Summit, Missouri, which is a Kansas City suburb. This shop is a hand-dyed yarn lover's absolute dream, and Tammy, the shop owner, is here to give us a tour today. The front entrance is a little tricky to find, but I have a tip for you. As you're coming down 3rd Street, you're going to pass on your right-hand side the Red Racks thrift store. As soon as you pass that, you're going to turn into their driveway, come around the back, and there is a nice big parking lot. Straight up from the parking lot is the wheelchair accessible entrance. Just call to get in this way. But if you're coming in through the side entrance, you just come this way down the ramp. And then you just come right in through this door.
Hi there, I'm Tammy Garrison, owner of Unwind Fiber Arts, a yarn boutique located in Lee's Summit, Missouri. Welcome to the shop. So this is the entrance to the shop. When you first come in, this is what you're going to see. We have a hallway here with an entry table where we always highlight what we have going on. It may be a special event, it may be a new yarn. Right now we're highlighting our Madeline Tosh Barbie collection. Everybody's all about Barbie right now, so we're also participating in that. We have some great yarns here that go along with the whole Barbie theme. And we also make suggestions as to what to do with those yarns too. So you can see here we have the Stephen West Eston shawl that will make a great Barbie themed piece. This month, we're also highlighting our Lavender Loon Organic Merino collection. It's a sport weight yarn that works beautifully with the tessellated vest and tessellated pullover, which is Andrea Mowry's Rhinebeck collection this year. We're doing a knit along for that actually too. We also are highlighting this crocheted Aerie sweater, which is another option, a great project for using the merino sport. We specialize in hand-dyed and luxury yarn, and I'm about to take you into our great room where we have a lot of great yarn. Follow me. One of the lines that we specialize in carrying is Emma's yarn, based in Central Florida. Beautiful array of color, just really vibrant, and one of the yarns that we've had since we opened. In fact, it was the yarn that was most requested the week that we opened the shop. We have it in Practically Perfect Sock, which is our best-selling sock yarn. It's a great multi-purpose yarn, works really well for fingering weight shawls, works really well for sweaters as well, but it's a super great go-to for the socks that you may be wanting to make. They also make it in a Hella Hank. Hella Hanks are 600 yards of cashmere, superwash merino, fabulous for those larger projects, or maybe some larger socks or multiple socks. That little bit of cashmere also makes it a great option for any Stephen West mystery knit along shawl that you might be wanting to make. Additional lines that we feature here at Unwind are Moondrake Co. from Oklahoma. Life in the Long Grass. We have a nice selection of Life in the Long Grass, both in a fingering weight and a sport weight, as well as their DK Highland DK, which is a non-superwash DK. And their soft DK twist, which is the superwash DK version. In addition to our hand-dyed yarns in this room, we also carry a very nice selection of Brooklyn tweed, all sourced in the US. We have their dapple, their loft, their shelter, tones light, and tones in a great array of colors. You can see behind me some of those really nice saturated tones and tones light. I'm going to bring you back into the hallway here to highlight our other featured indie dyer, La Bien-Aimée, which is probably the most famous yarn in the world right now. But as it turns out, Amy Gier, who is the owner of La Bien-Aimée and the principal dyer behind the brand, is originally from the Kansas City suburbs. So we like to lay claim to Amy. We carry a nice selection of her Cash Merino, which is the cashmere superwash merino, as well as the mohair silk. And this wall is pretty full right now, but it's about to be even fuller with our fall and winter palette that we're bringing in next week. We also have their Corey worsted, the Corey confetti, which is that fun spun with all the little pieces and bits and bits that come through there. And we've just added a new line, a new base, the Merino Boucle, which is that really cozy, comfy teddy bear, and a really versatile weight that can knit up to either fingering up to DK weight, depending on how you want to work with it. We're also bringing in a fall palette of this yarn as well. What we love too about many of the lines that we carry here is these indie dyers have created custom colorways for us. So La Bien Amie has created Midwestern Sunset, which is a bit of a homage to the sunsets we get to enjoy around here and to Amy's childhood. We have that in Cashmere Merino. We also have it in the Mohair Silk. And we have it in Superwash DK. A big part of what we do here at Unwind is community events, and we do social making time 3 times a week. So what better place to gather for those events than in the hearth room, aptly named because it's right here in front of our fireplace. So this is where people will come and gather. While we do have these social times, our doors are always open. So we encourage people to come in, just sit, knit, crochet, hang out, chat. That happens quite a bit, actually. So in addition to our social making time, we have a number of events that we do. This is one of the things that we've had going on is our Unwind Knitlets, which is our book club. Quarterly, we would pick a project, we would pick books, we would read the books ostensibly or not. We would make the project or not. Like every other book club, it's sort of optional as to how you want to participate. But we always have something that we're highlighting with our Knitlets book club too. We also have a couple of novelty lines that we carry here in the shop. That big fun, funky yarn, that's instant gratification type yarn. Loopy Mango Big Cotton is one of those options that we carry, as well as Knit Collage Spun Cloud and their new waterfall yarn. Now I'm going to take you into the library. This is where we have all of the books that we carry. We have a full selection of books from both Pom Pom Quarterly and Lina publications, as well as Pom Pom Quarterly magazine and the Lina magazine that's published as well. You'll be able to find all of those books here in the library, which is also where we keep a full selection of our needles and notions. We specialize in Chalgu, but we also have some Knitter's Pride double points and some Skacel Addy Rocket 2s, which are great for any ergonomic hand issues that you might have. We recommend those as well. In addition to our hand-dyed yarn, we also carry a nice selection of luxury commercially dyed yarn. We have Kelborn Wool and Scout in a large selection of colors, as well as the fiber company Cumbria and Road to China Light. We also carry a nice selection of Blue Sky fiber yarns. Rounding out our indie dyed yarn, we have Madeline Tosh TML and a nice selection of Ching Dashing fingering, which is the softest fingering weight yarn you're ever going to have in your hands. It's ultra extra fine superwash merino, as well as their Veranita, which is a combination of cashmere and silk fabulousness, and Melted Baby Surrey, always popular there. Last but certainly not least, we can highlight our Ba yarns. Those are hand dyed in Las Vegas. We carry their fingering weight yarn in the New York, that's the single ply, as well as probably our favorite workhorse superwash DK, which is the Sonoma. And during the holiday season, we'll have a full selection of their Sequoia, which is that nice, fun, funky, super bulky yarn that makes great instant gratification hats like what you will see up here. Nice, really nice gifts. We have a nice selection of more commercial yarns that can work great for baby, comfort, Barocco Comfort and Comfort DK. But we're especially happy about being able to introduce Sandnes Garn line to the maker community here. Right now what we have out on the floor is the plant-based yarn, the Lina, Tin Lina and Tick Lina. But coming up, we have a huge selection of Sandnes Garn Double Sunday, Sunday, and Tin Mohair Silk. So we'll be able to introduce that in the fall. So I'd like to take you on a little bit of a tour of the exclusive items that we have to Unwind, starting with the custom colorway that Emma's Yarn created for us. Yeah, so we have a number of custom colorways that have been dyed for us by the dyers that we carry here. Emma's Yarn created a colorway called Show Me the Honey. It was created for our first Knitlets kit. We did the Save the Bees shawl, and we were looking for a great neutral to pair up with a couple of colors. So we worked with Emma's to come up with this, and you can see it's a great neutral with some lots of creaminess, a little bit of that deep blue, navy blue speckle, almost like a charcoal. It can actually even play to the purple with a lot of those speckles of orange and tones of gold. It is a great neutral supporting actor to kind of tie a lot of things together. So that's Show Me the Honey and Emma's Yarn. We have that in washable worsted, a practically perfect sock, and also our Mo Slub bundles. And Christine of Treasure Goddess has also created a custom colorway for us called Secret Cove. We also, again, have that in the DK weight as well as the Treasure Toe socks. Rochelle of Moondrake also created a custom colorway for us called Rock Island Ride. We have that in the soft DK as well as in the Falklander superfine merino 4-ply. Locally, we have a trail called the Rock Island Trail. It's a former train track that was converted to a hiking and biking trail. So we had her create this for us last fall for the Kansas City Yarn Crawl to commemorate the new Rock Island Trail that had opened up and kind of bring in all those fall colors. And it's a nice gender neutral color as well. We also have a selection of artisan created stitch markers made for us by Ann Carroll of Ann Carroll Treasures. We have them in a number of different sizes, from mini size all the way up to the extra large. These are created from semi-precious stones, hand designed, and they can also make a great jewelry item attached to a necklace if you want. We're also the local distributor for Jilly A bags. Jill makes these amazing handcrafted bags that are have super fun linings, fun fabrics on the outside, ample size. They make great project bags, but they also just make a great beach or pool bag for the summer.
I hope you enjoyed our time at Unwind. Since we have been working up an appetite at the yarn store, we thought we would explore downtown Lee's Summit. It's a really cute town. There's like a beautiful tree-lined street, all of these restaurants and breweries and coffee shops. Our first stop though is to get some lunch at Smoke Brewery. We got the beef 3.0. We've got shredded brisket, sliced brisket, and burnt ends. And then we have baked beans and cheesy corn. Lunch was absolutely delicious. Now we're going to grab a little coffee because we've got some work to do. This is Whistle Stop Coffee Shop, and I got a rosemary pistachio latte, which is very interesting. And the person that I ordered from says they don't have it all the time, so I was lucky that I got to get some. I also got to talk with the owner who's from New York, and they fly in New York bagels, so it wasn't bagel time. Bagel o'clock for me, but that's really, really cool. They also had a lot of goodies that they bake in-house. They either make them there or bake them there. And I got some banana bread with chocolate on it. I am sitting down with Tammy to learn a little bit more about how Unwind got started. Okay, so Tammy, first you have to tell us, what are you wearing today? Because it's so beautiful.
Yes, thank you very much. So this is a ranunculus by Midori Hose, and I knit it in Shibui Lunar and Tweed Silk Cloud. Unfortunately, Shibui is no longer with us, but it is one of my favorite go-to throw-on items.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's great because it's not super duper hot today.
Right, exactly. It's very pleasant.
So you were telling me some interesting history about this building. So kind of tell us like what this building used to be, and then how did you get started here about 5 years ago, I think?
Yes, exactly. So the building is about 10 years old. It was built by Jim Licata of Licata's Flowers. He's a really well-known floral designer here in the metropolitan Kansas City area. Actually did my wedding flowers
That's so cool.
26 years ago. Yeah, and he built the building to house his floral design studio as well as a interior shop. He had furnishings and faux florals and that kind of thing, accessories. And about 6 years ago, decided that he wanted to get out of that business and just focus again on the floral design. My husband happened to be in here getting flowers for me at a time when I was looking for space in downtown Lee Summit. And they struck up a conversation, and he found out that Jim was willing to lease out the space, and one thing led to another. And in March of 2019, we took the keys and opened Unwind Fiber Arts here.
Wow. It feels weird to say that 2019 was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, no,
a lifetime ago, for sure.
2015 was 5 years ago.
Exactly. Well, we celebrated our first anniversary in a lockdown, so that was, a big challenge. But what happened out of that was we continued to kind of hustle to help people get projects in their hand. Everyone was stressed. Everyone was needing something to help alleviate their anxiety. Our community just really rallied around one another, and we found a way. We didn't have an e-commerce site at that time. Opened one fairly quickly after that. Just found a way to meet on Zoom. Eventually, we were able to meet in like city parks and spread out. We did FaceTiming with people, to help them purchase what they needed. I had yarn set up on my dining room table at home.
Virtual shopping.
Yeah, exactly. I had
cool.
a college student at home with nothing to do, so she was my delivery driver.
Oh my gosh.
So we just kind of kept things going from there until we were able to reopen again. And that event, while it was traumatic and difficult, did kind of help fuse the community together, I think, that we're still kind of working and building on today.
Yeah, you can tell that there's like the community space you have here in the shop is awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
So tell us again, you have like Maker's Time. What did you call it?
Yeah, social making hours we have. Yeah, we have dedicated social making hours 3 times a week. So Tuesday afternoons from 3 to 5 is crafternoon. Thursday evenings is knit night happy hour. That's from 5 to 7 p.m. Crocheters, you are welcome to join. We always get that question, but of course it's for everyone. And then Saturday mornings, we have coffee and craft from 10 a.m. And we say 10 a.m. to noonish. Honestly, it's all day. So we have people coming in any time of day on Saturday to sit and chat and knit and sip coffee and just connect with one another.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
And you also have some retreats. You said twice a year.
Correct. Yeah. So one of the big things, the big things that I wanted to do, or a value to me as a retail owner, was to create community. And we have done that through our social making times, through our events that we have on an ongoing basis. But we started a year or two ago, I think, having twice yearly retreats. So we have one in March. We try to have one the first weekend of March. That's the date that we always shoot for. And then we added a summer retreat last summer. So it was in July last summer. I think it's going to be in June next year. But we bring in a guest to either teach classes or demonstrate, something that is specific to their business. Last March, we had Lindsay Fowler of Salt and Timber, who wrote the Salt and Timber book, was our featured guest. This summer, we had Samantha First of Lavender Loon, who came in and talked about her dye process and her sheep to skein business that she's getting started up in Minnesota. So yeah, it's just a great way to connect the people in the business with the local maker community.
That's so fun. And then you have your book club.
Correct.
And
yes.
how do we get involved with the book club, or how do people sign up?
Yeah, so we've had a quarterly book club, the Knitlets book club that we talked about. The best way to stay in the know on our events, our retreats, anything really that we have going on in the shop is to go to the website, unwindfiberarts.com, and sign up for the newsletter. We publish the newsletter twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, and that's where all of the information will be about what we have going on.
Okay, perfect. And if I see any beautiful yarns around the shop, can I order from you online?
You bet. So just about everything that you have seen today is available in our newly designed website. Yes, we're very, very excited about that. Unwindfiberarts.com, and we have been working the last 2 months on a complete rebuild and redesign. We're really excited about it. I saw the previews yesterday. It's gorgeous. So,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Well, Tammy, thank you so much for taking us around the shop and letting us come and visit today. It's been amazing. You have so many beautiful things here, and I just wish you all the best.
Thank you, Natalie. It was a pleasure hosting you here today and hosting all of you here today.
Wasn't Tammy just so great? She did such an amazing job giving us a tour. I told her, like, you need to do this professionally. You need to tell the details of yarn. Honestly, she did it so well. Now we have a fun giveaway for you. Tammy generously gave 3 of these amazing packages that they, I think, gave away at the retreat last year. So this is the caliber of things that are being given away at that retreat. So we'll have the website link down below so you can find out about all the things Unwind. But let me show you a couple of things in this giveaway package, and then I'll tell you how to enter. So I'm going to start with the things that are not the yarn. There's yarn at the end. It's really, really pretty. So there are some fun accessories. This one is from Katrinkles, and they're these little tags, little cat tags that say Project Hibernating that you can throw onto your project bag or you can throw onto your project, which I think are very cute. There is a whole packet from Coco Knits of emery boards. So these are really nice just to throw into your little toolkit in your project bag, because if you've ever tried to knit or crochet with a little snag on your nail, it is so annoying. So it's nice to have those around. There's a whole set of these alpaca cards. Pretty sure they're alpacas, not llamas. I still don't know how to tell the difference. And then there's a whole bunch of lovely stuff from Love and Leche. This one is a lip balm called the Little Bee Lip Balm. It looks really nice, and it's in cardboard packaging, which is great. It's plastic free. Then there is this lavender lotion bar, another nice thing to kind of keep beside you while you're knitting and crocheting, or even in your project bag. And then there's another anywhere balm. So this one can be used as a lotion too. What does that scent say? Lavender mint, which sounds amazing. There's also a stemless wine glass that has the Unwind logo on it, which is really, really fun. And it's glass. It's really nice. And then finally, as if that weren't enough, there is one of their exclusive colorways, which is from Moondrake. This one is the Rock Island Ride. So this is the one that Tammy was telling us there was a, I can't remember the exact details, it's in this video, but basically there was a place in Kansas City that is the Rock Island Ride, or maybe in Lee's Summit. Oh, and this yarn is, it is the Soft DK base, 240 yards. And you can definitely make hat or anything out of that. Okay, so we have several of these, or a few of these, to give away. So if you would like to enter, I just ask first that you support both of us in some way, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's, subscribing to my YouTube channel, following Unwind on Instagram, going and exploring their brand new website. They've been working really, really hard on that. Maybe you've seen something today and you make a purchase, whatever that looks like for you, to support us, both of us, do that first. And then if you will leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite exclusive colorway from them was. There's a whole segment about exclusive colorways. You can find it in the chapters if you need to go back and see. This is one of them, the Rock Island Ride, but there was also one from Lobby Anime. There was one from Emma's Yarn. There was think like 4 or 5 of them. So go back and check that out. Let me know which one was your favorite. And I'll have everything from Unwind linked down below. You can go through to their new website, check everything out, and again, give them a follow on Instagram so you can keep up with everything that's happening. Now, it's already past. The Kansas City Yarn Crawl just happened a couple weeks ago, or a couple of weekends ago, but it is a really, really good one. So if you want to make sure that you are getting on, all the information for that for next year, I'll also leave the Kansas City Yarn Crawl website down below because it looks really, really fun. All right, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.